What's up everyone, welcome back to another video with the Millennial Finance. In 2021, we are going to start an all new stock portfolio and we're gonna need your help. Cha-ching! So we had a few thoughts about how we want to relate better with a lot of you who want to start investing, maybe don't have too much money to start, or even if you have money, don't know where to start. We're really excited to start filming this because it won't only be fun for us to film, but it'll also be interesting to see how we will put our money if we were to invest in a whole new portfolio starting from zero. To do this, we're going to be using eToro to hold all of our investments, and there are a couple of reasons for this. First of all, eToro is a well-known social trading platform, which means that anyone all over the world can see our portfolio and can see whenever we make purchases or sales of our stocks. This is important because we want to be very transparent in how we manage this portfolio so that all of you can know exactly how much money we make or how much money we lose. A second thing that eToro has that is very important for this video as well is that the ability to buy shares in fractions is critical for us when we're starting with a small amount of money. Let's be real. Not many of us have $3,000 just to buy one share of Amazon and then not diversify at all. So because of these reasons, we'll be using eToro, and if you want to sign up for an account, you can use our link down in the description below. Anyway, we've already created the account, it's been approved, it's been verified, and we're ready to go. Our username in eToro for this is TMFinance21. All of you can give us a follow over there. Every time we make a purchase or a sale, we'll share a post on it so that all of you will be kept up to date. So to kickstart everything, we've made the minimum initial deposit of $500 to fund our eToro account. Previously, the minimum deposit used to be $200, but the eToro team has actually raised this, so that's kind of annoying. Apparently, it's because they've had an influx of applications to open an account with eToro, and to manage their servers and how many people are using the platform, they decided that by increasing the minimum amount, less people would want to apply for an account. To deposit our money, we used our BigPay card, which we honestly think is one of the best ways to convert our Malaysian ringgit to US dollars. If you're a Malaysian watching this, make sure that you sign up for a BigPay card because the conversion fees really matter. If you want to sign up for an account, you can use our link, which we'll leave down in the description below as well, so that we can both get 10 ringgit once you sign up for the BigPay card. You can see that I deposited my money on the 21st of January, where 500 US dollars equated to 2,025 ringgit for an exchange rate of 4.051. Thank God the USD depreciated against the Malaysian ringgit recently, because I remember it used to be around 4.2 to 4.3. Looking at Google's data, we can see that BigPay charges us next to nothing to convert our Malaysian ringgit into US dollars. The reason I'm bringing this up is because even though we may not think that these exchange rates make a big difference, but trust me, along the way, as we start to add more and more money into this account, the small differences in exchange rates, whether we're using BigPay or a standard debit or credit card, will make a big difference to our portfolios. So I'm not saying that BigPay is the only way to deposit your money into your eToro account. If you're from another country, just make sure that you find the best way to deposit your money to save the most that you can on exchange rates. This is very important because we don't want to start off our accounts immediately at a loss, even though we may not see it on our eToro accounts. Moving forward, we'll start adding a minimum of $100 every single month starting from March until at least the end of 2021. By the end of this year, adding up all these deposits together, we should have deposited around $1,500 into our eToro accounts, and hopefully some nice gains on top of that as well. Hopefully some of you can join us in this journey as well, because this in a way instills the habit of constantly putting money every single month into our investments. This is one of the reasons that we wanted to make these videos anyway. We wanted it to feel like an almost investing journey that all of us are going through together. And of course, to be a proper investing journey, we need to constantly put money so that our portfolios can continue to grow. Now let's get to the fun part. How are we going to decide where we're going to invest our money? This is where we'll need your help. We're letting all of you help us decide what stocks go into our portfolios. This is how it's going to work. Every few weeks when we have spare capital to deploy, the both of us will come up with a short list of stocks that we would want to invest in based on their fundamentals. Just a note that we're both growth investors, which means that we're looking for small, young companies that have the potential to disrupt existing industries with a new way of doing things. I'm not ruling out the potential of us investing in more traditional stocks like banks and airlines and stuff like that, but just a note that this would be probably a small percentage of our portfolios. Also, all of these shortlists that we come up with will be based on themes. So it can be things like e-commerce, fintech, healthcare, or maybe just stocks that IPO'd in 2020. So assuming we wanted to start off with a short list of bank companies that we want to invest in, we'll come up with stuff like, let's say, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, or Wells Fargo. That's an example of how a short list would work, but I'm not saying that these are stocks that we will invest in. All of these stocks that we come up with will have to be on eToro so that we can execute our trades. This is actually one of the downsides of using the eToro platform. They actually don't have every single share on the US market available for you to invest. Hopefully, they get this up and running very quickly so that we can invest in a wide variety of stocks and really diversify our portfolios as we're looking at the small to mid segment markets. Okay, so now that we've come up with a short list of stocks, what's going to happen? We're going to post a poll on both our Instagram page and YouTube community for all of you to vote. You guys will get to vote on which stock from the short list that we came up with is your favorite and want us to add into our portfolio. After a certain amount of time, we'll tabulate the results of these polls, and the top 1 or 2 stocks based on your votes will be added into our portfolio. This will depend on how popular the theme is. So if, let's say, a lot of you are very interested in voting in the e-commerce sector, we'll invest in the top 2 stocks instead of just 1. We really hope you guys won't be memeing us here, because our money is actually on the line and we're trusting you to pick the best stocks for us to invest in. To add on to this, both of us will sort of get something like a golden vote. With every poll, both of us will get 1 vote each, with each vote contributing 10% to the decision at the end of the day. This means that your votes will count for 80%, so you guys will still have a big say on what stock we end up investing in. So to kickstart things, we sneakily initiated a poll last week on both our Instagram page and YouTube community to see which stock you guys like the most. The industry for this is the e-commerce sector, which we've already made a video on titled the #1 industry we're bullish about in 2021. The winners were C Limited and Shopify. Personally, I voted for Shopify, my brother went for C Limited, so I guess both our views concur with the rest of you. So, these 2 stocks will be the first ones that we add to our eToro portfolio. In fact, by the time you watch this video, we've had already invested in both of these stocks, and to be honest, they're not doing so well. And that's okay, because as I mentioned, we want to be extremely transparent with all of you. And to be real, no one will always be in the green when investing in stocks, and sometimes we just have to realize that we bought at maybe a wrong time, but that's okay because we're long-term investors. Since C Limited won majority vote, we'll allocate $100 to this stock, while runner-up Shopify will be allocated $50. Both of these stocks have had monster runs in 2020, with both of them going up by more than 100%, so hopefully we see more of that in 2021. Some of you might think that these stocks are overextended or have gone up way too far, but to be honest, for the long run, I think there's a lot more runway for both of these companies to continue growing. Now let's move on to the next stock pick. For this round, we're going to be theming the poll around the much popular FANG stocks, being Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Let us know which one of these stocks is your favorite, and you can vote in our poll, which we'll post in both Instagram and YouTube right after this video. The good thing is, some of these companies have actually just posted their Q4 results, so you can take a look at it before you make your decision. Just on a very high level, Facebook, Apple, and Netflix have reported the results, and they've all done extremely well, with none of them really underperforming. I haven't yet decided which stock I'm going to vote on. I love Apple's products, but I also think that Facebook, Amazon, and Google have much larger runways in front of them. Facebook is dead, but Instagram and WhatsApp are not. They're also trying to monetize Instagram and WhatsApp better with stuff like web commerce and doing things like IGTV. So these are really interesting stuff for Facebook, and if you look at the financials, they're actually slightly undervalued compared to their counterparts. In Amazon's case, they have a very strong management team led by Jeff Bezos, and they want to get into every single industry with a big focus now on healthcare. To be fair, all of these stocks I mentioned probably have their eyes on the healthcare industry, looking to revolutionize it and take a cut of the pie. Finally though, I really like Google for a few reasons. First of all, they own YouTube, which of course all of you are watching our videos now on YouTube, and it's only possible because of them. However, not many of you may know that the parent company Alphabet likes making big bets on industries that they think will be big in the future. One big bet that seems to be taking off is this company called Waymo. Waymo focuses on autonomous vehicle driving, which I think is a very big industry, and if they really manage to become the leader in this, there'll be a big market for them to capture. So I can't make up my mind yet. I think it's between Facebook, Amazon and Google for me, but don't let this influence your decision. At the end of the day, we'll buy whatever stock wins the votes. Looking forward, we're thinking of making videos about these industries before coming up with the votes. So let's say on the next video after this, we wanted to invest in an electric vehicle company. We'll come up with a quick video of the companies in this industry, so let's say companies like Tesla, NIO and Blink Charging, to give you guys some context about what these companies do and some of the things that we like or don't like about them, so that you guys can make an informed decision on your vote. For this round though, I assume that all of you guys know the 5 companies being FANG, as they're the biggest in the world and a lot of us use their products every single day. Anyway, we're really excited to get started on this journey, and hopefully some of you guys can join us as well. Even if you decide not to invest with us or through eToro, your vote will play a very big part in helping us build this new portfolio that we're starting from scratch. Just as a disclaimer, we're not professional investors and this is not financial advice. Thanks for watching this video till the end. If you enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Head on over to our Instagram page or YouTube community so that you can vote on which FANG stock you guys want us to invest in. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.